Rock Hill's free bus system will only be in service for the next 9 days.
Yeah, and some riders worry about how they're going to get around the city to places such as work, appointments, and more. WBTV South Carolina reporter Rachel Richardson is speaking with riders who are making other plans now.
She's joining us now live and after speaking with city leaders about what's next for transportation. Rachel.
MyRide has been in Rock Hill since 2019, and from 2024 to 2025, it had nearly 215,000 passenger trips. Now, those riders are concerned about how they're going to make it around town, even as the city has provided an alternate option at a cost. Rock Hill's MyRide is a free bus system that people use every day for a number of reasons, including getting to work.
It comes in handy because, transportation is free. So when they go out of service, then I'm have to, start Ubering back and forth to work.
After riding for free for so long, one man says he understands the change.
Just save to when you really need to go somewhere.
In 2023, the company that makes these electric buses filed for bankruptcy, making it difficult for the city to get maintenance and parts the buses need. The city has 10 buses. By the end of last year, they only had 3 or 4 that could be used at a time. City leaders say routes along the Saluda corridor see the most use.
We've had the most ridership for the bus system since its inception.
With thousands of trips logged each year, Ward 5 Councilwoman Nikita Jackson says people in her ward will be impacted the most. Now, the York County Access Transportation System will fulfill riders' transportation needs for $2.50 for each trip one way.
That's going to be $5 a day. That's $25 a week.
Deborah Medlock tells me that she's been riding for years. As all costs continue to rise, she worries about what having to pay for transportation will mean for regular riders.
Well, I just hope they change their mind and come up with something else that'll be beneficial to the citizens of Rock Hill.
Yes, there is a $2.50 one-way fare, but the city pays an additional per mile fee for every mile that passenger is on that vehicle.
Part of the funds will come from the Federal Transit Administration, which will reimburse the city, and the rest comes from the city's general fund. Director of Government Affairs Jeremy Winkler explains that York County Access has been around for some time, even traveling beyond Rock Hill. He explains that unlike the current system, it will pick riders up at their door.
We're hopeful that York County Access is going to be a reliable, accessible, flexible option for people for their transit needs moving forward.
The final day for the MyRide service is Friday, May 22nd. And if you want more information about the new system that's in place, you can head over to WBTV.com. In Rock Hill, Rachel Richardson, WBTV on your side.
All right, thanks, Rachel.